Aloha! Hi, friends. How's it? Hope you're doing well. It is a beautiful day in Hawaii. It is 9 a.m. in the morning. Yeah, so a little later for probably most of you, but anyway, aloha! Good morning. Excited to be here. I'm going to do a demo today because likely you don't have a lot of these tools and probably couldn't get them, or it's it can get a little expensive. But anyway, today, if you're joining me, sorry, glasses got to come on. If you are joining me live, please put that in the comments, #live, and also where you're joining me from. And I'm going to give you a little message today on here. I hope everyone's doing well. Hope you're able to get outside. I hope it's sunny where you are. Sorry, I'm shaking the table. Anyway, I have a new microphone today, so hopefully that sounds really good. I've been trying to get a webcam, but wow, it's very difficult to get a webcam these days. Everybody and their brother is, getting on these Skype calls or these Zoom calls with their cameras. Okay, let's get right to it. So today we are making a stamped necklace. This one says aloha. I'm just doing a very simple stamped necklace with supplies I had on hand. And this is a brass blank that I'm going to be using, like I used on that necklace. Says aloha. So I'll be doing that today. And the tools you'll need: a steel bench block. If you're going to start doing any kind of forming of jewelry, if you want to start soldering, that kind of thing, this will be invaluable to you. But you definitely want a hard striking surface for your stamps. All right, so we're going to use that. Of course, you need some stamps. I have a couple sets here. This one's from Impress Art. It's got the whole alphabet. What I like about this one, it actually has some fun stamps too. I don't know if you can see this, but this is a little sun. All right, I don't know if that's going to work. So sorry, you guys. I am working on getting a new camera, but like I said, it is difficult. Then I have this one, little teeny tiny letters. I love this one. This is a really great set. Young Brothers Stamp Works. Anyway, these are really sharp. They turn out well. And you're going to need a 1 pound hammer. This is a special jewelry hammer, but if you had a regular one from your garage, you could definitely use that, but you definitely need some weight to it. I love this one because the 1 pound does all the work, basically. And a chasing hammer. We'll be doing some finish work today with this. Or if you had a ball peen hammer from your garage. Normally I talk about princess tools and don't use the garage tools, but if you don't have the right hammers, you definitely can use those for this project alone. I have a special stamp here. Fun one. Hopefully you can see this one. It is a pineapple. Oh, I don't think that's showing up very well. I'm so sorry, guys. And a pro polish pad. You can get these at Beat It here on the island. I know you can get them online. This is to polish at the end. Normally it would be completely white, but you can use these things until they turn black and fall apart. And we also need some stamping tape. If you don't have stamping tape, you could use another heavy, like a thick tape. I've tried to use Scotch tape. Doesn't work very well, but I mean, in a pinch, you can try it. And a Sharpie. All right, so let's get to it. So I'm going to take my blank and I'm going to tape it down to my bench block. And once I get that done, I will show you. Actually, I think I can move this. Let me see if you guys can see this. Maybe it'll work. Let me get that a little bit farther away. Let me know in the comments if that looks really distorted like it does for me. Oh, and I forgot a pair of scissors. I will be right back. So sorry. Definitely need scissors for this tape. It's very thick. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, I really hope that's not as distorted looking as it is for me. Next time I will pre-cut this tape. All right, so you just need a little length of tape. And what you want to do is envision where you want your words or your stamp to be, and you're going to tape it straight across for that. So I'm going to do a double step process on this one today, and I'm going to use my special pineapple stamp first. So that's what that will look like. Sorry for the glare. All right. So I'm going to take my pineapple stamp. Make sure you have it right side up. It's not upside down or anything crazy like that. And you're going to take it, place it onto your blank. And I like to put my pinky down on my bench block to kind of anchor it. And let me turn this sideways so maybe you can see a little bit better. I'm going to set this down. If you're using silver, gold, anything like that, you wouldn't want to do this step because it will scratch the finish. But I'm going to place it down, and then I'm going to gently slide it until it hits. Oh, sometimes it doesn't on these stamps. It'll kind of catch on that, that tape. And I'm putting this right in the middle. All right, let me turn that around. You want to make sure that you never lift this up until you are completely satisfied with your strike. Now, I am using brass today. It's a little bit softer than the sterling silver that I use because it's thinner. This one's a lot thinner. Normally, my blanks are, I don't know how many millimeters, but they're a bit thicker. So you'll have to do a more substantial strike with that. Then I take my 1 pound hammer and I'm going to strike the end of this. And I want to do it completely flush and flat and just making sure that everything is all sturdy and stable. And you take your time because you got one shot at this. If you lift it up, you'll get what's called shadowing or ghosting. Well, you will have double image. And for some things, you can recover that, like kind of make it into a pattern instead. But for the most part, when you're doing your good sterling silver or your 14 karat gold, you've got one chance. So that's why I usually get a couple of extra blanks just in case, especially if I'm making something special for someone. All right, so I'm going to give this a solid tap. And here we go. It's going to be loud. The camera's probably going to shake. I do apologize for all of that, but here we go. Good solid tap. All right. Not solid enough. See, this is why we're doing demos. Okay, so I haven't used this pineapple in a while. That turned out very, very light. Let's try again. So one thing about stamping, if you are if you like things perfect, if you like things exact, you're better off going with purchasing something. But if you don't mind like a handmade look, an artisanal, like I made this for my loved one type of thing, then stamping by hand is great because you are going to have little imperfections. And I think that's kind of the charm of it. And it's pretty popular right now. All right, I'm going to do this again. Sorry for the noise and the jiggling camera. Here we go. Now I'm going to show you a quick tip or a trick for this because I'm concerned that this probably didn't get a very crisp and sharp edge again. So I have not lifted this at all. I'm going to tilt this ever so slightly, but still keeping contact. I'm going to tilt it north and then east and then south, tap, and west. So it's going to get good contact with all of those sides. Maybe one more just for good measure. Ooh. All right. So it ghosted just a hair. And I did get a good strike on that one. Hang on, let me see if I can get this in there so you can kind of see it. All right, so I've got my pineapple. Now, I like to use the pineapple as my O in aloha, but my letters are going to be a lot smaller. So to get them lined up in the middle, I'm going to have to reposition it a little higher than I did for the pineapple. So you can hopefully see that there. All right. So now I'm going to get my letters out. Probably should have these out already. Sorry, guys. But you can just grab them. Okay. When you are doing a word, I find the easiest and best thing to do is to write it out on a piece of paper, because then you can find the middle letter, or if it's even number of letters, you can find the middle two letters. And then what I like to do is actually start with the middle letter and work my way out to the sides. And you can also use a Sharpie and kind of plot out. I like to do this too. You can either do it directly onto your blank, or I like to do it on the tape. Either's fine. But I'm going to go along here and kind of plot out where I will place my letters so I can get even spacing. I did it on the tape today. Hopefully you can see. The nice thing about these Pro Polish pads, if you do decide to put it directly onto your blank, you can polish it right off. So it's great. All right, so I have my placing. I'm going to start probably with the L, and then I'll do the H, and then the two A's on the ends. All right, so let's see. Let me get the L. Again, you just line it up. You can line it up with your dot, and the tape will hopefully keep you straight. And sorry. Let's see what I'm doing here again. So give it a tap. Good solid tap. That was good. All right. And then I'm going to grab my H somewhere. Last one I pick, of course. So how has your day been going, your week? Hopefully this has been a good week for you guys. Mine has been pretty quiet. I was doing some painting yesterday. Super fun. Oh, and thank you to Jan Tetsutani. Oh my goodness, my sweet friend who, this is her channel. And she is actually doing a watercolor class right now. So I hope she's doing well over there. I think she's doing it on Instagram Live. All right. So we've got our stamping. I think this is pretty cute. It's got the little pineapple for the O. It says aloha. Now for a finishing touch. This, you don't have to do what I'm about to do, but I like it because it accentuates it a little bit better. But it's kind of a stylistic thing, whether you like it or not. But I'm going to take the Sharpie and color in these letters. This is kind of the cheater way to do this. There is a more professional, like higher end jewelry way to do it, where you actually go in and use, I believe it is not coming to me. It will though. Let me do this and it'll come to me. It's not resin. If anybody knows, you can pop it in the comments. I'm drawing a blank. No, it's not that either. It'll come to me. And there's this girl, lady actually, this lady that I follow, I think on Instagram. She's been doing the jewelry for a long time, and she uses that method. But you can do different colors. You can make Yeah, like different colors on the metal. It's kind of fun. You can actually use any color Sharpie you want. You'll get a different look for that. I just need this to dry really quick. So you can see I actually just colored it all in just like that. Now we'll take our Pro Polish pad and clean it up. But I really want that to be dry, otherwise it just smears all over the place. So interesting, stamping, jewelry stamping was the first jewelry class. Oh, that's gonna wiggle the camera. Hang on, let me see if I can just hold it up here. Sorry, guys. Was the first like official jewelry class outside of like high school that I took. I took it here on the islands, and I was hooked. That was all it took. It was my favorite. And then later, when I was working for the bead store, I got to teach it. And that was my favorite too, because it's like 10, 15 minutes worth of instruction. And then it's like free play the whole rest of the class. So that was really fun. You can get really creative with this. You can do all kinds of fun stuff. All right, so I'm not going to polish this thing completely, but you can see, hopefully, that it just kind of settles into the little creases and cracks there. Oh man, I wish I could get this thing to focus. I'm so sorry, you guys. I will post this on my page so you can see it up close. Then all you need to do, attach it to a chain, and you've got it. Oh, and then, sorry, almost forgot. I like to do one little finish piece on this. You notice I had another hammer over here, this ball peen chasing hammer. I like to take it along the edge and just take the ball peen side, so this side here, and give it little taps all around the edge. Just barely touching that little edge. So with this brass, what that will do, here, let me get a few good whacks and then I'll talk to you. I'm just touching that edge. So what it will do on the brass, it's actually kind of distorting the edge a little bit. I don't know if you can kind of see that. Gives it a more like organic shape, but it also takes the patina off, so you get a little sparkly edge. And when you do this on silver or gold, oh, it's so beautiful. It's basically like faceting the edges and making it a little sparkly. So I have a few other examples. This is my ring that I'm actually wearing. You can see a little heart. Oh, this is a special, very special bracelet that my friends had made for me for my birthday last year. It has all these little charms on it, and it has these little words. So cute. Love that. This is one I made, I think, in that first class, actually. This bracelet. It says Aloha Ke'akua, which means God is love in Hawaiian. And I also made this one in that first class. And you notice that you can mix the metals. This is copper. Totally dirty. Needs to be cleaned. But this is copper. This says love never fails. And I love that you can get different shapes of blanks. This is actually sterling silver. Kind of dirty. But you can go to your hardware store and pick up washers. You can use washers. Really inexpensive. You can make it cute. Then with the washer, since it's round, you can just tie like leather straps to it for a bracelet, or like some of that cording or something. But anyway, that's pretty much all I have for today. This was a short one, just a little demo. I think I'm going to be taking a little break for a while because I'm not sure really where to go from here. But I'll keep you posted. If I come up with something fun I think that you might like or benefit from, we'll post some more videos. tune into Jan Tetsutani Art. She's on Facebook. She posts here and also on Instagram. She does really fun acrylic painting. I've really been enjoying her classes. We have some other artists that are on the channel. A watercolor artist, Dell. He did a really fun apple. I joined him for that too. And we're hoping to bring some more artists on. Oh, and I didn't catch this one live, but one of our artists, she painted a silk scarf. It was beautiful. And I think there's some more of us out there on the Aloha Ambassadors. I'm not sure what everyone does, but hopefully we'll get to see more of that. Some fun surprises. Um, yeah, I really enjoyed it. I hope you are staying safe and staying in a good mental place by joining us on these videos, having some fun, maybe getting some uplifting music in your home, uh, reading good, positive, influencing books, watching healthy things. Try to really gauge what you're putting in, junk in, junk out. But I find that when I'm doing those kinds of things, oh, and most importantly, getting exercise, getting out and getting all those good chemicals running through your body. If you're feeling low, if you're feeling a little down today, go for a walk. Just force yourself to get out. Don't stay in your house because that is the worst thing to do, the hardest thing. Reach out, even just call somebody. I think we just kind of forget about talking to each other. It's so much easier to text and stuff. And it doesn't have to be awkward. You can just call someone and just be like, hey, I was just thinking about you. Or, hey, I'm not doing so well. Could you, I don't know, ask your friend maybe to encourage you? Nothing wrong with that. There's no shame in that. Stay healthy, stay in a good mental place. We're going to get through this. And on behalf of Aloha Art Ambassadors, we love you. Try to join in on as many of these as you can. And I'll see you next time. Bye, guys. Aloha. Bye bye. Let me get this in.